Alright, well I wanted to show you this before, but I wanted to wait till it was actually completely done, so I got all the bugs kind of worked out of it till I actually showed it to you. But long story short, I originally made this about 3 years ago, and I tell you what, it sucked. It was pretty terrible. The hydraulics are really jumpy. You know, you try to pick a pallet up, it pretty much just sent it flying in the air. So, 3 years later, this has been just sitting, kind of doing nothing, taking up space. So I went ahead and made it better. When I say better, I mean it's somewhat usable now, I guess. So raised the loader up a little bit higher, because before it was down here and just was kind of small. Still doesn't lift up very high, I don't know, 4 feet in the air. It's fine. Just kind of some sketchy forks that I made. It lifts about 400 pounds, I'd have to guess. The forks are just square tubing, nothing fancy. I don't know, 2-inch by 2-inch, 1/8 inch thick wall. If I did want to increase the lift capacity, I would probably put like some sheet metal on the side here, just to thicken it up a little bit, or possibly shove something in the end of this and then weld it so it's solid, and then do the same thing with the back if I wanted to. There's a few things I still want to kind of improve with the loader. Of course, these pins are just tractor hitch pins. I want to put some bolts or something in there, and there's no bearings in here, bushings or anything. They're just kind of jammed in there for now. So the hydraulic control is just 2 levers. There's valve, which I already had, which is why it's got a 5 spool, and I just took the other levers off. You basically have the loader control, up and down on one, and then the fork tilt or bucket, I guess, on the other one, if you were to put a bucket on this. Full power steering, of course. That hasn't changed since the original build of this. This is forward and back. This is full hydrostatic. It has a Vanguard V-twin engine, which I can take this hood off and show you a better view of that. Hydraulic reservoir, which is just a pipe because I was too cheap to buy actual reservoir. Little teeny tiny fuel tank. It's decent on fuel, so that a full tank will last probably 45 minutes to an hour would be my guess. So take the hood off, you just got these 2 wing nuts, and then you still got to struggle with it getting it off. It's kind of you kind of grab a corner and start kind of pulling, kind of a deal, which I made it so that you can get to the battery just right here, and you can put gas in it just by there. So really the only reason you got to open the hood is to check the oil or do any engine maintenance, which this engine's pretty reliable, so I don't really see having the need to do any of that. But older Vanguard V-twin, this thing's got like 1,200 some hours on it, but still like brand new. Got the oil filter and some sketchy basic wiring. This key switch has an oil pressure light because this is full pressure lube engine. You got the light switch for the lights that doesn't have yet, and then a choke. Hydrostatic transmission off of the golf course mower that all this stuff came off of. 2500 series John Deere greens mower, and that's where all that came from. Just some random sheet metal, to make the sides of the hood. That seat's just some foam with a piece of wood and then some black upholstery stapled to it. Pretty simple. Of course, power steering that runs this cylinder here, and then just a couple of metal plates that go back and forth. Once again, no bearings or anything, so how long until that lasts and wears out, I don't know. I've already got a couple hours on it, and so far it seems fine. But I could get a couple of those face mount pillow block bearings, put one on each side, top and bottom of here, so a pack of 4, and then like a 1-inch rod or something, and run down the middle, and then it's greasable and everything. That would be the right thing to do. Now, of course, this cylinder here, this does have a greasable fitting, and that does actually have a bushing in there. That's just attached to a bolt that's welded to the frame that I guess has this other bolt welded to it for whatever reason. That was on there quite a long time ago. I didn't just do that. And then these cylinders here are, I believe, 10-inch stroke. That's 8-inch. And this is mounted at kind of a dumb angle, but it is what it is. I just kind of used whatever parts I had. I actually put this thing together for free, I guess. I just kind of found some random junk we had laying around and tossed it together. Show you the option or operation of the loader, and then we'll lift some stuff. So that's as far down as it goes, unfortunately, which is about level. This is not even 4 feet high, maybe 3. I was thinking it actually went higher. I mean, good enough. I mean, it's a small machine. I got bigger stuff if I want to do something bigger. But you know, simple key switch. The throttle's just here on the side. Pretty much can do anything you want at idle. Forward and back on this, that's just welded to a piece of square tubing welded to the input of the transmission, and then you let go, it pretty much just springs back to neutral. Of course, there's a better look at the PVC pipe hydraulic reservoir, and of course hydraulic wheel motors. And this is four-wheel drive, so it comes out of the pump here on each side. Depending forward and reverse is where it sends pressure, but on this side here it comes up, the hose comes all the way up here, comes to this side, and then there's a differential in the front and back, and then the lines just kind of cross over, and then it comes out of the front, runs back to this back corner here, and then these lines kind of cross over because of the whole differential thing, and then that comes up into this side. Kind of complicated, but basically what I did is I took two of those John Deere golf course mowers and just basically cut them in half right at where the frame is for these drive motors, and then just linked them two together. I did that, you know, 3 years ago when I first built it. But it does, you know, it holds me at the very tip of the forks. I mean, I could stand on one and kind of jump, and nothing breaks off, so that's nice. So lift capacity to this, I'd have to guess from the things I've lifted with it, probably 400 pounds. So I guess it's fine. I do have a concrete weight someplace over there that would actually fit perfectly right here underneath. So I may end up attaching that, and then I would probably lift, I don't know, 500-600 would be my guess. But I'm gonna get this hood put back on, and then I'm gonna grab that pallet, put some stuff on the pallet, and see if we can lift it. I got that hood put back on. So it should just start right up. The carburetor on this engine is a little goofy, so I have to kind of put the choke on when it revs, otherwise it stalls for some reason. So I'm gonna try just idle at first. Then it's quieter so I can talk on camera, because otherwise, see, that's full throttle and that's idle. So this is a little bit tricky to operate because you have the lever here for your right hand, and then your left hand runs the controls, and then with your third hand you got to run the steering wheel. So ideally this would be foot control, but where do you put foot, right, you know, where do you put a foot pedal when your foot barely has room on this thing? So I'm going to just kind of creep forward, and we'll just run into the pallet, I guess. There's that weight that I was talking about underneath some concrete. Maybe we'll put these tires on this pallet. So for lift capacity, well, it's really not great. So you can see this pallet's about a 4 foot by 4 foot pallet. If I just kind of push down, you know, that happens. I mean, with the angle of this loader, and that's kind of the thing with these wheel loaders, is it always kind of ends up way in the front. But I don't know. Yeah, it's already at its tipping point. But I think with that counterweight, I think we'll be good. Wow, could lift a pallet of tractor tires. Ooh, wow, you know, ones that are totally brand new. I mean, that's brand new, you know? I mean, nothing to see here. So, I don't know, we'll probably move this around, see if we can tip it over or something. I don't know, we'll wing it. See if it'll raise up. Yeah. Plenty of hydraulic pressure. I mean, see, it's not jumpy at all compared to before. Now to get used to this loader is another thing. Oh, back just came in the air. Probably out of gas would be my guess. yeah, it was out of gas. I mean, you would think with that 4,000 gallon fuel tank, you know, you'd be able to run it for more than 5 minutes, but no, it's, I don't know, maybe half gallon tops, and I barely put any in it. So now the fuel pump has to grab the fuel. This will be interesting. Alright, well, we're going to just pretend that didn't happen. Inch forward, run into some stuff here, hit the building, why not? I'm going to just pretend that didn't happen. The stupid piece of plastic is sticking out. Definitely not as nice as my forklift, that's for sure. This turns extremely sharp. I mean, look at that. I mean, no problem. Very low ratio steering too. I mean, look at that. I mean, this turns so sharp. I don't know, should we do top speed run? Let's floor it. Wow, listen to that thing rev. Now it goes to like a high idle. I gotta pull the choke out, otherwise it'll stall on me. Carburetor's a little goofy. Throttle's down here. So there you have it. Better than before, still not great. But at least now I'll probably actually want to use the thing. So thanks for watching, and we're coming soon as always.